by getting out and working. I feel like this generation, not to be judgmental,
No, you
but
can say that.
you know, when I was 15 years old, my dad dropped me off at Red Carpet Car Wash, and I had to work all summer, and I was the only girl at the time that was working there, and I was actually the only one that spoke English at the time. And I remember thinking, my dad must really hate me. But actually, looking back, I learned so much from that. I was able to purchase my first car.
Your generation could help the economy. One way, I think, is to be smart about what you are about to embark on. Student loans, credit cards, car loans, leases, everything you're about to get into. Take as much time as you guys do looking into the things you wear and the things you eat and what is healthy. You guys spend a lot of time doing those things and effort. If you do the same amount into your finances before you make decisions on those finances, I think you guys will be able to contribute to our economy. Therefore, we wouldn't have as much debt personally and probably as a government also.
By actively pursuing a trade that they can use in school, when they get out of college and become a professional of some type, that definitely help the economy as far as the income they make and then the disposable income they make based on the occupation that they choose.
So the one thing that I noticed with this generation, because I mean, I had a cell phone in high school, but it didn't like text or anything. I feel like, and I noticed this with myself too, I end up texting people instead of actually talking to them one-on-one. And I find that it's kind of hard sometimes for some of these kids to hold a normal conversation because they're so used to texting and stuff like that that they don't know how to interact like with a real life person. So that's the only thing that, you know, I noticed that with my boys, they always have their phone. I noticed with myself, I feel lost without my phone. So that's my one fear.
My fear for your generation is that many of you don't have a work ethic. Many of you haven't had jobs yet. Many of you didn't have to do a lot of the things that my generation and my parents' generations did before they were even capable of getting real jobs, like housework, garden work, take care of the backyard, mow the lawns, watch the kids. So much that just goes into the whole thought process of you have to give more than you take. And I have a little bit, no, I will go ahead and refrain from that a little bit. I have an extreme amount of fear for your generation for those matters.
Some of the negative things that are going on in the world and how that influences the way that kids think. Maybe the tension that they get based on threats from other countries and things like that.
Okay.
Probably not. I shouldn't say all. I mean, there's so many smart, intelligent kids, and you know, I'm sure our generation before me probably they thought the same thing. But I think a lot of things get handed to the younger generation, and they feel like it's expected to be handed to them. So if more people could start learning that you don't get everything for free and you're not entitled to everything, then I would trust you.
So I do trust you guys in a lot of different ways. I think the earth will be in better shape. I think we'll eat more nutritionally. I think we will discover things. But I come back to those two other answers I gave you. I don't know if you guys understand the value of a dollar, understand how a dollar is earned, are willing to sweat and do anything to be able to earn a dollar.
Well, I trust that we have a lot of talent out there that will really help the economy come around, and it also, depending on what school you went to, a lot of schools will equip these kids to be very, very successful in the long run with their careers.
You guys are so good with technology that I think you could really push it forward to the next level and teach the kids.
From this generation to the next, I think that maybe teaching these people or the new generation how to be polite and show a lot of manners, and also show the next generation work ethic. I think that's kind of lacking in our country right now because the economy hasn't been that good, but hopefully new jobs will be created that will make these kids that are their generation have an influence on the next generation as far as ethic and manners.
I think a lot of it is to improve the economy has a lot to do with helping businesses. And so I think the mindset, you know, free college, free this, free that, and it can't be that way. It just doesn't work mathematically. More of your generation started businesses and stuff like that and employed people, then that would really help the next generation.
You know, understand the value of a dollar, that it doesn't grow on trees, that it's not easy to make, that, you know, teachers and police officers are making less probably than $50,000 a year. And what you guys have been exposed to, if you lived your life the way you did your first year out of college, you guys would blow through $50,000 in 2.5 minutes. So the reality of understanding what how much a dollar is worth, what things cost, how much it costs to live, all of that.
I think that they can look at the occupations of certain individuals that are very successful in this country and try and maybe have a goal to be like some of these leaders in the country as far as technology, maybe even in agriculture. There's all different fields that we could all improve on. So